이 사무실에서 일했던 16명의 여성이 유방암에 걸렸습니다. 대부분 젊은 여성이었으며 가족 중에 암 환자는 없었습니다. 대부분 이 자리에 앉은 여성들이었는데 이런 일이 일어날 확률은 100만 분의 1입니다. 방사능과 오염물질, 화학물질 등 의심되는 원인들을 모두 살폈지만 환경적인 문제는 원인이 아니었습니다. 사무실은 2006년 12월에 전면 폐쇄됐습니다. 발병 원인은 아직 밝혀지지 않았습니다. 발병의 원인이 바이러스라는 주장이 제기되고 있습니다. 쥐에 의한 바이러스라는 것이죠. 전혀 말이 되지 않는 이야기는 아닙니다. 암의 20%는 감염에 의해 발병합니다. 어쩌면 20% 이상일지도 모른다는 새로운 증거가 나오고 있습니다. 바이러스와 세균이 일부 암의 발병 원인인지도 모르죠.
I feel confident that when all the information is known, that we will find that more than half of human cancer is caused by infection, and I suspect that it'll probably go as high as 90-95%.
다소 충격적인 이야기지만 암의 숨겨진 원인을 찾는 것은 나쁜 소식이 아닙니다. 오히려 매우 희망적인 이야기죠. 암을 완치하는 것은 현대의학의 꿈이자 많은 의사들의 꿈입니다. 암의 발병 원인을 밝혀내면 발병 자체를 막을 수 있어 암과 싸우는 수고를 덜 수 있죠. 호주 브리즈번 ABC 텔레비전의 여직원들이 유방암에 걸린 사례를 병리학자 글렌 프랜시스 박사가 연구합니다. 해마다 50만 명의 목숨을 앗아가는 유방암에 대한 단서를 찾을 수 있을지도 모릅니다.
There we go. Tea, coffee, food.
프랜시스가 연구에 착수합니다.
There's no doubt that this cancer cluster is one of the most extraordinary clusters anywhere in Australia and probably even in the world. The odds for this occurring by chance are incredible. It's extraordinary. The question we have, though, is what caused it?
There was a period of time over about 3 years where there was a rapid succession of women. I think there was about 7 in 3 years. It became very distressing, very stressful, and really hard on everyone because there was this sense of who's going to be next. When I was diagnosed, my whole world just fell apart. One day I was a normal, healthy 35-year-old, you know, with 2 beautiful children, a job I loved, everything going for me. And the next day I was being told that, you know, I probably wouldn't live to see my children grow up. For months after I was diagnosed, I would wake up in the morning and the first thing I'd think of was, oh my God, I've got cancer. How did this happen?
We had a 6-fold increase in risk of breast cancer, which, according to conventional statistics, was highly significant.
브루스 암스트롱 교수는 ABC 텔레비전 사례를 처음으로 조사했습니다.
We have not found a satisfactory explanation for the increase in risk. So that leaves us then really with either a mystery explanation, something to which we don't have an answer, or that this was simply a chance occurrence. We can never rule out that possibility. That is always a possible explanation for a cluster of cancers when no obvious environmental factor can be identified.
그런데 암스트롱의 연구팀은 환자들의 종양을 살펴보지 않았습니다. 유방암은 여러 가지 요소에 의해 유방 조직 속에 생기는 질병으로 발병의 10% 미만이 유전에 의한 것이고 나머지 90%는 위험 요인만 알 뿐 원인은 모릅니다.
As researchers, we can't do a thing without you. We need your participation, we need your tissue in this case to actually be able to.
프랜시스의 연구팀은 종양 속에서 바이러스를 찾아볼 것입니다.
So feel free to ask questions.
아주 흥미로운 연구죠.
Down, clarify anything.
Whether or not viruses are important in causing breast cancer remains uncertain and somewhat of a vexed question, with some quite strong views on either side of the argument.
The point is not to say no to any one idea. We don't know what causes breast cancer, and breast cancer is still one of the biggest killers of women across the world. So we have to remain open to any possibilities.
바이러스의 감염이 암의 발병으로 이어질 수 있다고 생각하는 과학자는 프랜시스 박사뿐만이 아닙니다. 세계인의 3명 중 1명은 암에 걸립니다. 대부분 암 진단을 받으면 왜 하필 나야라고 생각하게 되죠. 런던의 암 전문가인 멜 그리브스 교수는 암의 발병과 바이러스와의 연관성을 수십 년 동안 연구해왔습니다.
I think it's interesting that there's a prevailing idea for hundreds of years about cause of cancer. The expectation that there might be a singular cause of cancer. I think the psychology of this is very interesting. I think what it reflects is a natural, understandable, but I'm afraid erroneous human desire to pin the blame on something. There must be a cause, there must be an external villain, there must be somebody to blame for this. But it's a too simplistic view. Cancer simply isn't like that.
암의 발병 과정을 알면 바이러스와의 연관성도 알 수 있을 것입니다. 암의 발병은 어느 정도는 운에 달렸다고 할 수 있죠. 우리 몸의 대부분의 세포는 복제를 하며 결국에는 죽습니다. 더는 필요가 없거나 DNA가 손상된 세포는 몸의 신호를 받고 스스로 죽는데 이는 자연스러운 현상입니다. 암은 외부 침입자가 아니라 몸의 신호를 무시하고 죽지 않는 세포입니다. DNA가 손상된 세포는 죽으라는 몸의 신호를 무시하고 활동을 계속합니다. 그리고 복제를 통해 많은 수의 돌연변이체를 만들어냅니다.
Every one of us develops small tumors, most of which never see the light of day. Fortunately, very few of those mutant clones develop into cancer.
대부분의 돌연변이체는 우리 몸의 면역계에 의해 파괴됩니다.
There are restraints within the body that can prevent this process. And on the whole, they work. If they did not, we'd all be riddled with cancer from a very young age.
돌연변이체는 수년 혹은 수십 년 동안 숨어 있기도 합니다. 적절한 유전 변이의 결합을 기다린 돌연변이체들은 반복해서 돌연변이체를 만들어내고 조직에 침투할 만큼 그 수가 늘어나게 되면 온몸으로 퍼지기 시작합니다. 이것을 전이라고 하는데 결과는 치명적입니다.
Starting from a single mutant cell, you can finish up with a million or a billion cells. But that begs the question, of course, of what causes the mutation. And that's been the million-dollar question all along.
Time has come in America when the same kind of concentrated effort that split the atom and took man to the moon should be turned toward conquering this dread disease.
1970년대 닉슨 대통령이 암과의 전쟁을 선포한 후 암의 발병을 규명하기 위해 수백만 달러를 쏟아부었지만 전반적인 결과는 실망스러웠습니다. 하지만 유전으로 인한 암의 발병에는 소기의 성과가 있었죠. 그 후 DNA 연구가 활발하게 이루어졌고 암 연구학자들은 유전학으로 눈을 돌렸습니다.
Well, since the discovery of DNA, everybody's been fascinated with genetic causes of disease. And we know that genes do cause certain diseases. But I think when we actually look at what we now know about the causes of cancer, I think that we've been underestimating the role of infections in causing cancer. I think that part of the story has been neglected.
미국의 진화생물학자 폴 이왈드는 암의 발병에 있어서 바이러스의 역할이 매우 결정적이라고 말합니다.
I think it's a terribly important part because it looks like for many of these cancers it's infections that starts the whole process.
그는 자궁경부암의 사례를 보고 이런 생각을 굳히게 되었습니다. (150여 년 전) 프랑스인들은 동시에 발병하는 암이라는 뜻의 칸세르 아두라는 단어를 만들었습니다. 여성의 자궁경부와 남성의 성기에 동시에 발생하는 암을 가리키는 말로 보통 부부에서 볼 수 있었죠. 발병 원인은 조용히 알려졌습니다. 바람둥이 남편을 둔 여성은 걸릴 확률이 보통의 10배나 됐고 수녀들은 안전했죠. 성관계와 관련 있는 병이었습니다. 독일의 하랄트 추어 하우젠 교수는 1970년대부터 이를 연구하기 시작했습니다. 하우젠 교수는 성기 사마귀를 일으키는 인체 유두종 바이러스, 즉 HPV를 자궁경부암의 원인으로 지목했고 학계는 하우젠 교수를 비웃었습니다.
This was received not only with skepticism but from some of the participants with a certain degree of hostility even.
검증은 쉽지 않았습니다. 하우젠 교수는 자궁경부암 종양 속에서 HPV를 찾고자 했지만 찾는 일과 분리하는 일 모두 매우 어려웠습니다.
The progress was very slow, and particularly in the 1970s, when we had great difficulties to purify the virus, we desperately needed it in order to prove our hypothesis. At that time, I was sometimes quite frustrated, I must say.
하지만 포기를 모르던 그는 10년간의 긴 연구 끝에 HPV 16형과 HPV 18형의 두 가지 HPV를 분리해냈습니다.
So with these two viruses on hand, we had approximately 70% of the cervical cancer biopsies positive, and that changed the whole picture. And we distributed the samples all over the world, got it quickly confirmed.
HPV 16형과 HPV 18형은 발암성 바이러스로 건강한 세포를 암세포로 바꿀 수 있습니다.
I mean, from that moment on, the evidence became increasingly tight that it must be causal. And also the doubts in the scientific community, of course, persisted for quite a while.
HPV가 자궁경부암의 원인이라는 사실을 검증한 하우젠 교수는 2008년 노벨상을 받았습니다. 무려 30년의 연구의 결과였죠. 현재까지 알려진 HPV는 100가지가 넘는데 암의 발병과 관련이 있습니다. 그리고 성관계를 통해 감염된다는 사실도 밝혀졌죠. 바이러스가 암의 원인이라면 희망은 있습니다. 바이러스를 막을 수 있다면 암도 막을 수 있을 테니까요. 지구에서 가장 행복한 곳으로 알려진 바누아투입니다. 하지만 아름다운 경치와 함께 어두운 현실도 존재합니다. 바누아투 여성 10명 중 1명은 자궁경부암에 걸립니다. 마리 게일롭은 45살의 자궁경부암 환자입니다. 집을 떠나 강가에서 살고 있는데 오늘은 가족이 찾아왔습니다.
2 years ago, we've been to the hospital, and the doctor said that he's got a cancer, and the doctor says that there's no treatment for her in the hospital, so we just come back home. He's losing the weight, going down, and when the pain comes low, we can't control it, so we must rush up to the hospital for the doctor to give her an injection.
I just only need the tablet or to release the pain, because when the pain comes, it's so difficult for me.
And when moms get sick, it's very painful to me. Yeah, it's very hard.
하지만 조용한 혁명이 시작됐습니다. 호주의 이안 프레이저 교수가 전 세계 동료들과 함께 HPV 감염을 예방하는 백신을 개발한 것이죠. 무려 15년이 걸렸지만 암을 예방하기 위한 목적으로 개발된 세계 최초의 백신입니다.
Worldwide cervical cancer kills about 500,000 women every year. And since it's an infectious disease, effectively what that really says is this is an epidemic of infection. Now, if any other infection were killing 500,000 women worldwide every single year, there would be an outcry about doing something about it.
약 2천만 명이 넘는 서방 국가의 여성들이 HPV 백신 주사를 맞았지만 프레이저는 개발도상국의 여성들에게 이 백신이 더욱 필요하다고 말합니다.
Look, in Australia and the developed world, we have ways of controlling cervical cancer, and the vaccine is an add-on to that and a very useful one. But in the developing world, where there are no ways of preventing cervical cancer at the moment and where it's a common cancer, there we've really got to get programs out there which can show the vaccine can be used.
오늘 바누아투의 첫 백신 접종이 이루어집니다. 앞으로 3주에 걸쳐 1,000명의 여학생이 백신 주사를 맞을 텐데 프레이저 교수는 3일 동안 현지 백신 접종팀의 훈련과 예방 교육을 도울 것입니다. 야심찬 계획입니다.
So we welcome you all to the school. Everybody, let's give a big hand to.
When you're rolling out a new vaccine, the first problem is that nobody knows what it's about. One of the big problems is to explain that it's not enough to give the vaccine before women get the cancer. You have to give the vaccine before they get exposed to the infection that causes the cancer. The vast majority of those infections are caught through sexual intercourse, and that means that most of the infections are caught in young adult life. And then there are the problems of ensuring that you get the girls to come back for the 3 times for the vaccine and explaining that until you've had 3 vaccine shots, you're not protected.
그런데 이상한 것은 전 세계 여성의 80%가 HPV에 감염되지만 그중 2%만이 자궁 경부암에 걸린다는 사실입니다.
Most people who get infected with this virus have it for a couple of years. They don't know they've got it. It's a totally asymptomatic infection, and then the body clears it away itself. But for the unlucky 2%, the infection persists, and in persisting, it changes the cells that it infects.
HPV에 감염된 세포는 우리 몸속에 있는 억제 인자의 활동을 방해합니다. 보통의 경우 면역계는 감염 세포를 공격하고 공격에 실패하면 죽을 것을 명령하지만 HPV는 면역계의 공격을 교묘하게 피합니다. 면역계를 피해 조용히 복제를 진행하죠.
It's a silent killer simply because you've got the virus infection, you don't know you have it, and all that time it's doing bad things.
HPV에 감염되는 여성은 많지만 그중 소수만 자궁 경부암에 걸리는 이유는 아직 아무도 모릅니다.
Papillomavirus is necessary to get cervical cancer, but it's not sufficient to get cervical cancer. Other things determine whether you get the cancer once you've got the virus. So also with other cancers, the virus may not be sufficient to get the cancer, but it's contributing to the cancer. And that's really what we have to understand.
HPV가 자궁 경부암의 원인이 된다는 사실은 이제 널리 받아들여지고 있습니다. 한편 브리즈번에서는 프랜시스 박사가 HPV와 유방암의 관련 여부를 살펴봅니다.
Human papillomavirus is probably interesting because it has already been associated with a human cancer, and that's cervical cancer. Therefore, that makes obvious sense that we look for that in these patients' tumours, and it is a common virus, so it's a fairly obvious choice that we look for in the breast cancers. I actually don't know what the likelihood is. I'm open to the suggestion that it is possible it's there. It would be nice if we found something to link them together. I think it would answer a lot of questions.
시드니의 제임스 로슨 명예교수도 유방암과 HPV가 관련이 있다고 주장하는 학자들 중 하나입니다.
We have found in Australian women, in their breast cancer in Australian women, about half carry the virus in the cancer itself. But there is almost no virus detectable in normal breast tissue. And we get normal breast tissue from women who've had cosmetic surgery. So it's really normal.
연구 결과에 의하면 젊은 유방암 환자들의 HPV 감염률이 높았습니다. 로슨 명예교수는 HPV가 성관계를 통해 전염되며 식습관과 호르몬이 복제에 영향을 미친다고 말합니다.
We and others in 15 other countries have found HPV, human papillomavirus, in about half of all breast cancer. So it's very suspicious.
하지만 현재까지 HPV가 유방암의 원인이라는 확실한 증거는 없습니다.
It's not just enough to find the virus in the cell. You've actually got to show that it's doing something to the cell, and that if you take it away, that thing stops happening in the cell. And if you could show those two extra bits, then you might start to have a story. So I think it's very early days in this, and I personally would have to keep my mind open as to whether the viruses were involved or not. But I think on balance at the moment, the evidence is against it.
Well, the ultimate is to use Ian Fraser's vaccine. And then if it prevents breast cancer, of course, it's the ultimate proof.
하지만 유방암을 일으키는 것으로 의심되는 바이러스는 HPV뿐만이 아닙니다. 쥐로 인해 옮겨지는 바이러스 역시 유력한 용의자죠. 1930년대 쥐의 유방암을 연구하는 과학자들이 쥐 유방 종양 바이러스인 MMTV가 쥐 유방암의 발병 원인이라는 사실을 밝혀냈습니다. MMTB는 자맹성 바이러스로 건강한 세포에 침투해 DNA를 공격합니다. 그리고 오랜 시간 잠복해 있다가 호르몬에 노출되면 깨어나죠. MMTB가 쥐 유방암의 원인이라면 인간 유방암의 원인이 될 수도 있지 않을까요? 그렇다면 아주 기쁜 소식입니다. 쥐의 유방암을 예방하는 백신이 개발되어 있기 때문이죠.
We are animals like the rest of the animal kingdom. We know that many cancers in animals are caused by viruses.
뉴욕의 제임스 홀랜드 교수는 쥐 바이러스의 진화를 주장합니다.
If in fact human breast cancer were due to a virus, it would be a kissing cousin of the virus that causes breast cancer in mice, because nature is too stingy to invent two ways to do the same thing.
홀랜드 교수는 바이러스성 종양학자인 비트리지 포거 교수와 함께 인간 유방암의 38%에서 MMTB를 발견했습니다.
Subsequently, we've gone on using the techniques of amplification of the DNA, of the specific human DNA of breast cancer, and found the entire viral sequence, which is about 95% identical to the viral sequences in the mouse mammary tumor virus. And subsequently, we have pictures of it, and we can grow it. And in fact, we have used it to infect normal breast cells.
정상 유방 세포에는 MMTB가 나타나지 않았습니다.
Based on that, we have to assume it's absent in the normal tissue present in the breast cancer. The women who had those sequences in their breast cancer acquired them. So we are opening up the possibility that breast cancer is potentially a disease that women could catch.
홀랜드 교수는 쥐에게서 MMTB가 감염될 수 있다고 말합니다.
Every woman has seen a mouse. Mice inhabit our food chain. Every civilized country recognizes there is a certain level of contamination of grain and other things which we eat. But we don't know. That's all speculation.
또 다른 단서는 지리적 위치입니다. 유방암 환자는 아시아보다 서양에 훨씬 많은데 서양으로 이민 온 아시아 여성들의 유방암 발병률은 서양 여성들의 발병률과 같습니다. 홀랜드 교수는 이런 현상의 원인이 식습관과 호르몬 변화와 함께 MMTB에 대한 노출 빈도 때문이라고 생각합니다. 캐나다 연구진들이 유방암 발병률이 가장 높은 나라들을 조사했습니다. 그리고 집쥐의 분포 지역을 조사했습니다. 집쥐는 MMTB를 옮기는 주요 매개체죠. 겹치는 지역이 여러 곳입니다.
In Western Europe and Western Europe colonies, including Australia, the mice came on the ships and potentially brought mouse mammary tumor virus, which could be an infectious factor for breast cancer. So we're working very hard on that because that's where, in fact, we think the answer lies.
분자 생물학자인 데이빗 보우 교수는 쥐가 인간 유방암을 유발한다는데 동의하지 않습니다.
The stories told by people like Holland convince a lot of people because they're nice and simple and are appealing. And people have a need and want to believe in a simple story. But the science is more complicated than that. They're claiming to have discovered something that many other people have looked for and not found, and yet all of their evidence is incredibly weak and is much more easily explained in terms of contamination. I've read their papers and I've seen their evidence. Yeah, I'm absolutely convinced this data is wrong and should not be taken seriously.
그러나 논란은 끊이지 않습니다.
You know, when you put it all together, You can't say it's rubbish. There's nothing going on there. This just can't be true. And as a scientist, when I see that, I see work that needs to be done, not arguments that need to be stopped.
The story gets very complicated because it begins to look as if there are a number of viruses involved in breast cancer. This accounts for the difference in different breast cancers. They look different, they act differently. There is a rational explanation. It is the whole variety of viruses.
바이러스가 유방암의 원인이라면 처음부터 다시 생각해야 합니다.
Paradigm shifts don't occur in the labs where you're just doing the same as everybody else is doing. They occur because somebody thinks outside the box and turns out to be right. On the other hand, you have to remember that for every one person who thinks outside the box and gets it right, there'll be 100 who think outside the box and it turns out not to be.
So we're not claiming that it's the cause or even a cause yet. What we are claiming is this is a wholly legitimate area of research, and we think this would be of great importance for women in the world.
I want them to find what's causing breast cancer. I want them to find it today. I want them to find it yesterday. I want them to be able to say, this is what it is, here's a needle, no one else in this world is ever going to have to go through breast cancer again. That's what I would like to see.
백신이 있어도 암을 예방하는 일은 쉽지 않습니다. 바누아투의 자궁경부암 백신 접종 둘째 날, 프레이지 교수팀이 주요 섬에서 멀리 떨어진 외딴 학교로 향합니다. 그런데 문제가 생겼습니다. 주민들이 느끼는 두려움입니다. 어머니들은 딸에게 백신을 접종하길 꺼리고 있습니다.
So through screening with them stick medicine na pa imi sabe seven life flow one mama. So emi important to mas flow. You me protect them all future mama flow imi.
Cervical cancer pe. Stick ay no sa encourage mo mo one na AIDS lo future na ba no.
I mean nothing to do with the age. Every time we let to school, we will encourage them kata. Want to will leave me kata school beginning yan. We will tell them say life lo ivula. Emi very important. So mala tell them lo mama. Stick medicine hemi help to block em no mo cervical cancer.
To date, over 20 million women have been vaccinated with this vaccine worldwide, and the safety has proven to be better than most other vaccines. A few people get an allergic reaction to the vaccine, less than 1 in a million. And if the vaccine is safe and it looks like it's working, why would you not have it?
그러나 여전히 확신이 서지 않습니다. 오늘은 백신 접종이 없을 것 같습니다.
People should ask questions about anything, particularly when 3 groups of people turn up and rented cars, lots of money from overseas, and start saying, this is good for you. You know, you should really ask, why us, why here, why now? In any country where you're going in with something new, I think that's the right questions that the community should be asking.
해마다 전 세계적으로 1,000만 명이 넘는 사람들이 암에 걸리며 세계보건기구에 따르면 2030년까지 암 환자 수는 해마다 1,500만 명이 넘을 것이라고 합니다. 그렇다면 인간은 왜 이렇게 암에 약할까요? 인간의 DNA가 한 이유입니다.
We've been engineered by natural selection, and it's full of compromises and fallibilities and trade-offs. So we're imperfectly designed, I'm afraid. You have millions and millions of cell divisions every day. The mistakes get made. And interestingly, if it was engineered so that mistakes never happened, we wouldn't have evolution, so we wouldn't exist. So a certain level of error is permitted.
인간은 불완전한 존재입니다. 특별한 자극 없이 존재하는 유전자가 자극을 받아 유전 변이가 일어나게 되면 오류가 증가할 수 있습니다. 그리브스 교수가 암에 걸리는 과정을 설명합니다.
The slot machine is a wonderful metaphor for how cancer actually develops in our bodies. We need a number of mutations over a number of years to get cancer. We don't know the right number, anywhere between 3 and 12, but like the slot machine, let's just say we need 4 mutations. And every pull of this handle is one of the risk factors. So let's have a go at this game. This is your background genetics, who your parents happen to be, which of course is chance, you can't choose them. One more roll of the dice. Okay, there's an ace. That's a mutation, that's bad luck. The next handle I'm going to pull, let's say it's lifestyle. It could be your diet, the amount of exercise you take, and so on. The point about this game of chance is the longer you play it and the more times you pull the handle, the more likely it is you'll score an ace or get a mutation. And there's a second ace.
이 게임의 최대 변수는 파람성 바이러스에 감염되는 것입니다.
There's a virus infection. So that's 3 aces. Things are getting pretty serious. We're on the road to getting cancer here, but it's still not sufficient.
그리고 가끔 임의의 돌연변이가 생길 수 있죠.
There's the 4th ace. 4 in a row, a full set of aces, a full mutation set. It's cancer. It's a game of chance.
그리브스 교수의 전공인 소아백혈병에서 암 발병의 조건을 확실히 살펴볼 수 있는데 소아백혈병의 경우는 2개 에이스만으로도 발병이 됩니다.
This is Joe. He lives with his mum, dad, sister Hayley and baby brother Alex. He has a dog named Scruffy, a hamster named Harry and 2 goldfish called Bubbles and Beryl. Joe became ill during his first year at school. That's like you, Tom, isn't it? And this is the story of what happened to him.
5개월 전 5살 톰은 급성 림프구성 백혈병 진단을 받았습니다.
Joe had to have lots of tests. Some of them hurt a bit. But Mum or Dad were always there to give him a cuddle and tell him how.
톰과 일란성 쌍둥이인 데니는
The nurses were
건강합니다.
very kind and he made some.
톰이 계속 기운이 없어 보여서 여러 검사를 해보게 된 것이죠.
It was 5 o'clock that evening, wasn't it?
Was,
That
yeah.
Mary Morgan,
We were
our
pacing
consultant,
inside the-
Mary Morgan,
Inside the room, we were pacing around, weren't we, waiting
Yeah.
for the results?
called us into her room with the nurse, the obligatory nurse, and the tissues. So you thought, right, this isn't going too well, was it? And then we were.
But
he
by
was-
this time, we were pretty much, fearing the worst.
The hospital doctor saw Joe, Mum and Dad and explained that Joe had leukemia.
When she told us, it wasn't a massive shock initially, was it? Because we'd all sort
But
of...
it was still the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, yeah.
톰과 데니는 일란성 쌍둥이로 유전자와 면역 체계가 같습니다. 그런데 왜 톰만 백혈구 암인 백혈병에 걸렸을까요? 그리브스 교수는 임신 중에 쌍둥이 중 한 명에게 생긴 백혈병 전구 세포들이 다른 한 명에게 전해진다고 설명합니다. 하지만 톰이 백혈병에 걸린 건 백혈병 전구 세포 때문만은 아닙니다.
Medicine.
Your medicine.
추가 검사 결과 톰의 백혈병 전구 세포들의 2번의 유전 변이가 일어나 백혈병이 발병됐다는 것이 밝혀졌습니다. 그렇다면 2차 유전 변이가 일어난 이유는 무엇일까요?
Well, there's a lot of debate about this, and it's an unresolved major question, but we're reasonably confident the second hit is precipitated by, I like the word trigger, triggered by infection. We don't think it's a specific infection. It's one of a number of bacterial or viral infections which we think can trigger an abnormal bone marrow response and flip the pre-malignant cells over to acquire the secondary hits for full leukemia.
중요한 것은 감염의 시기입니다. 세계 국제연구단체에 따르면 태어난 첫 해에 여러 감염에 노출되면서 아이의 면역계가 가동되기 시작한다고 합니다.
What we found was a quite dramatic link with exposure. the more exposure you had to other children, the less lymphoblastic leukemia. So that was a very pleasing result, actually. So if contact with other children is protective, I can't imagine anything else other than infection that's doing that.
백혈병의 원인이 최소 2번에 걸친 유전변이라는 사실은 큰 발견입니다. 톰과 달리 건강한 데니는 자궁 내에서 한 번의 유전변이만 있었는데 이제 2번째 변이가 있는지 검사할 것입니다.
We feel better knowing that there are people testing him because they will pick it if he does. God forbid he does, but if he does get it, it will be picked up very quickly, and then they can start the treatment very quickly.
The first one is A10278.
브리즈번의 프랜시스 박사가 유방암 집단 발병 환자들의 종양을 검사했습니다.
10316.
검사 결과를 분석 중입니다.
And we'll do a little bit more work to... Certainly we found some interesting data, at least in the subtype of the tumours. Probably a little bit different to what we sort of expected.
That bears out because again, that's what.
아직 확실한 답은 없지만 실마리를 얻었습니다. 퍼스의 한 과학자는 작은 실마리로 성공적인 의학 연구 성과를 이끌어냈습니다. 수십 년 동안 의학계는 위암의 원인이 소화성 궤양이며 궤양의 원인은 스트레스라고 생각했습니다.
Who was the original person that thought that ulcers were caused by stress? It's impossible to find that person. It's somebody's mother back in the dark ages, that's all I can say. So for us, we didn't think it was dogma, but of course everybody else did think it was dogma.
궤양의 원인이 세균이라고 생각한 호주의 베리 마셜 교수는 통설을 믿지 않았습니다.
So Helicobacter means a spiral or twisty germ, and over many years can sometimes cause stomach cancer, so that's why it's kind of famous.
Your discovery has meant that this disabling condition now can be permanently cured by antibiotics to the benefit of millions of patients.
베리 마셜과 동료 로빈 워렌은 끈기 있는 연구로 노벨상을 수상했습니다. 헬리코박터균을 입증하는 데 20년이 걸렸죠. 자궁 경부암의 경우처럼 다수가 헬리코박터균에 감염되지만 소수만이 위암에 걸리며 감염된 지 수십 년 후에 발병됩니다.
If you have not picked up on the essential factor that they all have in common, you'll never really sort it all out, and you'll be chasing red herrings for the rest of your life.
마셜 교수처럼 자궁 경부암 전문가들도 통설에 도전장을 냈습니다.
A lot of people today forget that they may have scoffed at the idea that this spiral organism, Helicobacter pylori, causes peptic ulcers. And similarly, I think people forget that they may have scoffed at the idea that cervical cancer is actually caused by a virus.
세균이나 바이러스 감염이 자궁 경부암과 위암, 소아 백혈병의 발병 계기라면 감염을 걱정해야 할까요? 누구나 암에 걸리는 것일까요? 답은 네, 그리고 아니옵니다. 원자폭탄은 인간에게 엄청난 피해를 입힌 가장 강력한 인공 유전 변이 요인입니다. 그러나 절망 속에도 희망은 있습니다. 연구 결과에 따르면 놀랍게도 유전 변이가 일어난 피폭 생존자의 대부분이 암에 걸리지 않았습니다. 원자폭탄에 의한 유전 변이가 있었지만 암에 걸리지 않은 것입니다.
The legacy was nothing like as high as you might have anticipated given the level of damage. So it tells us there's remarkable repair capacity, and simply damaging DNA and causing mutations in one shot is not sufficient. And it's a much more complex process than you might imagine. The challenge here is accommodating complexity. If you want to know what really is happening in cancer, you cannot avoid complexity. Multiple things have to come together to give you cancer.
따라서 감기에 걸리듯 암에 걸리지는 않습니다. 적어도 인간은 말이죠. 전염만으로 발병되는 암은 단 2개입니다. 하나는 개에서 발병하는 암이고 나머지 하나는 태즈메이니아 주머니 곰인 태즈메이니아 데빌의 암입니다. 두 경우 모두 암세포 자체가 감염원으로 면역계를 피하도록 진화했습니다.
Fortunately, human cancers don't behave like that, with very, very rare special exceptions. But generally speaking, it's very important to take on board that cancer is not a transmissible disease.
면역계가 우리 몸을 보호하고 있기 때문에 암은 다른 사람에게서 옮지 않습니다. 하지만 암을 유발하는 바이러스는 옮을 수 있습니다. 프레이저 교수팀의 백신 접종 작업이 거의 끝났습니다. 내일부터는 현지 접종팀 혼자 접종을 해나가야 합니다. 현미경 속의 미스터리를 밝혀내고 현장에서 백신 접종을 지휘하는 등 주요 질병을 근절하는 일은 노력과 돈, 특히 암의 경우에는 많은 시간을 필요로 합니다.
Realistically, since we get these infections that cause cervical cancer when we're young and first sexually active, and cancers take on average 20 years to occur, it will be 20 years before we start to see the rate of cervical cancer falling as a result of a vaccine program. This morning, the Vanuatu team have got through immunising about 80 kids in about 4 hours, which is really magic, and that really is what we've been trying to achieve. They've done it all themselves. I'm delighted it's all working. I think our job's done here.
So I just wanted to give a brief update on where we are with the ABC cluster. So that,
1년의 연구 후 프랜시스 박사팀은 유방암 집단 발병 환자들에게서 아주 중요한 자료를 얻었습니다. 하지만 바이러스의 존재는 입증하지 못했습니다. 바이러스가 없다는 의미가 아니라 찾지 못했다는 것이죠.
I'm probably actually still excited because there's a suggestion there's something there. I don't think we've gone into the HPV information in quite enough detail. I think there's the possibility we can look at it in different methods, different ways. I think this is good, but we're still not there yet.
바이러스가 원인이 아닐지도 모르지만 이런 특별한 집단 발병의 경우는 계속 연구돼야 합니다.
Ultimately, you can't ignore clusters because one day there will be something important.
So just out of interest, was from your perspective, was this a worthwhile exercise?
Oh yes. The information we have still adds to our knowledge. I think it's critically important that we do this. A negative study doesn't mean that it's a bad study. It means that we haven't found the link. Our technology can't identify it at this point in time, so we don't know, but we'll keep looking.
연구 기간은 1년이었습니다. 바이러스를 찾는데 턱없이 짧은 시간이죠.
Persistent agents require persistent researchers, so in a way, it's in every case it's quite laborious. It takes time, and it takes indeed persistence.
인간 암세포의 20%는 감염으로 발현됩니다. 우리의 생명을 앗아가기도 하죠. 새로운 세대의 바이러스 사냥꾼들이 더 많은 암들을 연구하고 있습니다. 새로운 백신의 개발이 가능해질 것입니다.
I think we have to extend our thoughts to every cancer type to see whether a virus might be at the bottom of it. Bearing in mind that we recognise that all cancers are caused by multiple agents. It's not just the virus infection that produces cervical cancer, it's part of the story. So the same may apply for other cancers as well.
암의 발병은 유전자와 생활 방식, 감염 사이에 복잡한 상호작용에 의한 것임이 드러났습니다.
We're in the midst of a quiet revolution. That revolution involves recognizing that infectious agents are playing critical roles in instigating cancer. Once we know an infectious agent's causing a disease, there's usually something we can do to prevent it. We can make a vaccine, we can have an anti-infective drug, like an antibiotic, or we can improve hygiene and keep people from getting infected. One of those three ways almost always gives us major advances. So it's scary, but I think it's actually very good news.
프레이저 교수가 떠나고 3일 뒤 마리는 사망했습니다. 그녀는 자궁경부암 백신의 도움을 받지 못했죠. 하지만 이 여학생들은 자궁경부암을 걱정할 필요가 없을지도 모릅니다. 자궁경부암 백신이 이들을 지켜줄 테니까요. 바이러스처럼 숨겨진 암의 원인이 밝혀지는 것은 두려워할 일이 아닙니다. 아주 기뻐해야 할 일입니다.